We about to start right now. I'm about to make the introduction. Welcome back to the Beat Factory 313 War Stories podcast, and I'm your host Juice. And today we got with us Tiffanie Edwards. Tell them who you are, Tiffanie Edwards.
Well, my name is Tiffany Howard. I'm 13 years old. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Um, Grew up in a single parent household. I have two from Seven Mile, West Seven Mile.
West 7 Mile. How was it growing up over there on West 7 Mile, Tiffany?
A lot of people have multiple different stories about growing up on West Seven Mile. This is a little interesting. Although I grew up in a single household, my mother kept it as though me and my sister had two parents in the house, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
We grew up having everything any other kid had and probably more. So we predominantly went to private or charter schools coming up in like elementary through high school, and like after I made my high school, it got kind of rough for me. I had a little rough patch. My life started changing a little bit. I got dumped a couple of times by some girls in elementary school, and that situation followed me into high school. So my first year in high school, I had another incident with the same group of young ladies and some more of their friends, and it kind of set me on a path, a little up and down path in my life.
Okay.
So I kind of struggled after that.
So how did you end up in Huron Valley today?
Okay. So August 26th, 2000. My was me at home with my children. Prior to this, I had celebrated my youngest birthday. He had just turned two. And prior to that, I had graduated with my first associate in general studies from Wayne County Community College. On this day, I had been doing two things. After I had seen my youngest autism here, I had participated with some things at home with my oldest son, and I was actually applying for Fair State College, and I was in between jobs, so I was also putting in job applications in various. This particular day, early that morning, I get a call from my mother, who works in one of the areas where I had put application in. She works at a school desk. So they wanted me to come in for interviews, to have a clearance to the exit, to work around children, everything. So I got us ready, got out the door, got to the HS office, got the clearance. All the while I'm on the bus. So I started off at Grand River and Schaefer. I took the bus down to Grand River and Lasher to the VHS office, did all the processing, turned around, got back on the bus at Grand River and Lasher, and took the bus all the way to the Rosen Park Transit Center downtown, where I got on another bus to go down Gratiot Street, where the bus will let me off so I could walk over to the school for an interview.
Mm-hmm.
Long story short, I got to the school, went in for the interview. I went in for one job offer and left with two jobs. So in the midst of that, I was signing up for a janitorial position to help, keep the school clean for kids. And then the lady that I was doing an interview with also was interested in me doing after school programming with children, since I will be having a son, going into that school pretty soon.
Mm-hmm.
So that went well. I had got the job and everything. Talked to my mom for a little bit, left the school, got on a bus. I left in a rush because my youngest was in daycare on Livernois and Kirkland. I had to make it from downtown where I was at, past downtown, to all the way to Livernois and Curtis by 30 have anyone to go get my youngest son. His father wasn't participating in his life. I really didn't have a whole lot of help from a lot of people, so I really didn't have no one to go pick him up, and I tried to get my grandmother to go pick him up.
Mm-hmm.
In the midst of all of this, I get on a bus back at the Rosa Parks Transit Center. I get on a Dexter bus. I'm familiar with the bus drivers who's riding this bus today because I predominantly ride this bus a lot, so I know a lot of the bus drivers on the route. I talked to a bus driver. This irate lady got on a bus who had a walker or whatever. We just looked at one another and we was like, oh, this ought to be a long bus ride, you know. She got on the bus. She got into it with a guy who was sitting in the heavy seat. And I'm just sitting there looking. So at this point, I'm in the midst of my admissions process with Spirit State. So I'm completing a part of this by email on my phone while I'm on the bus. However, the lady got into it with him, and she somehow sat near me, but not next to me.
Okay.
Little further down the ride, somehow the lady wound up sitting next to me, and I never knew why she got up and moved next to me. This same lady this young girl get on with 3 children, 2 walking and 1 on her chest. Somehow they get into it because the young lady got kind of like separated from her kids. They had to sit across from one another.
Okay.
So her kids sat in between me and the older lady. She sat across. In the midst of all of that, we 3 got to a verbal conversation. I removed myself from it, and the young lady and the older lady was going to fight with this baby on her chest.
Okay.
So I helped her and her children, and we asked a couple of people to help us switch around a few people so the kids could sit next to their mother. Not long after that, the lady picked another argument with me while I was standing up. I moved away from her. I just got up, moved away from her, totally curious, gave someone else my seat, and I stood up. At this point, the bus is overly crowded because there was buses down in the route. So this bus is carrying at least 2 bus loads worth of people on this one bus.
So the driver never intervened on y'all arguing there in time?
Actually, she did. She intervened when the young lady with the had the baby on her, and the older lady was arguing. She intervened then.
Okay.
Then after that, you know, if she said something to everybody, you know, you just don't feel like it.
Okay.
In the midst of, you know, you try to remove yourself from a situation. So once again, I got up and I moved, and this time I grabbed all of my stuff and I went from a sitting position to a standing position. So now I'm standing holding the pole with my back to the older lady, and I'm talking to the young lady that's sitting in the forward-facing seat towards me.
Okay.
So the bus is on Amsterdam and Cass. That's like right before West Grand Boulevard in Cass. It's like 3 or 4 blocks away from West Grand Boulevard. So after everything gets settled down, the lady takes off, the bus driver takes off again, and you know, everybody done settled down, whatever. We get on West Grand Boulevard, right past Henry Ford Hospital, and the lady pulls the bill. I told the young lady, you know, excuse me because I'm gonna scoot up and stand in between your legs so this lady can get off the bus without hitting me or whatever. On the bus because I knew it was already previous conflict. So I'm trying to make it as easy as possible for this lady to get off the bus.
Okay.
However, that's not what happened.
Okay. What transpired?
What actually happened was when this lady got up, she took the walker and slammed it into my back, like really hard. Okay, I'm like, okay, maybe it was just an accident. So I try to move closer to I'm like practically standing on top of this girl. So in the midst of all of this, the lady hit me in my back with this walker 3 times. Okay, 3 times, it's not an accident anymore. You are purposely trying you keep telling me, all you gotta do is say excuse me. You know what I'm saying? This is literally all you have to do to get by. I know you're a little heavy.
You have 1 minute remaining.
I want you to call back too, but go ahead.
Okay, but in the midst of all of that, all you have to do is say excuse me. You know, some people can let you get by. None of us is overcrowded, but I soon came to find out that that was not her intentions at all, and I got there when I called.
Okay, bet. I appreciate you calling. I'm gonna pause it right here so you can call back. Make sure you call back where we can finish this story, because now you just getting to the good part. You know the people want to hear that. And right. Okay, bet we waiting on you because you didn't get to tell this part in court, so the people want to know your side of the story. You know, everybody got a side.
Yeah, they want to hear my side of the story.
Well, we want to hear your side. You're more than welcome to come back and finish your story.
I will. Just give me a few moments to get it back on the phone.
Okay, appreciate you. We waiting on your call.
Thank you for using GTL.
And you were saying?
So, after I helped get the girl her kids and all that, and the lady pulled the bill to get off the bus, she shoved me in the back with the walker.
Mm-hmm.
That becomes the big issue. And so, you know, I turn around and like, you know, you ain't got to hit me with the walker, whatever. You can say a fucking excuse me, you know. Lord forbid. Why?
Right. And I seen that I just went over your case and watched the video of it. I seen the judge was almost threw the case out. So what changed that? Get to that. Okay. Go ahead then. So she pushed you with the walker. She pushed you with the walker.
Okay, so you know, someone pulls the bell on the bus where the bus is stopped.
Mm-hmm.
And you assume they're going to get off the bus. That's what your assumption is. So instead of this lady getting off,
you have 1 minute remaining.
Let's come back because I ain't put the money. I was going over your case. I forgot to put the money.
Seconds remaining.
No, just call right back. That was my bad. I was rushing to going over your case. I forgot to reload the phone. I'm about to reload the phone right now.
All right. I know where we at.
Okay, bet I got you. I'm gonna pause it right there. All right. Okay, we back.
Okay, so after this lady like hit me with the water, tracked a couple of steps back off the bus was like super crowded, really wasn't nowhere to turn to, nowhere to walk away from or whatever. I'm like, you know, just leave me alone, get off the bus, whatever. And in the midst of that, he started the bus. Okay, so at this point, I'm like, I don't know what this lady is going to do to me, but I know she's looking to cause me some kind of hurt or pain because she's constantly coming at me.
Mm-hmm.
Your walker is facing towards the door to get off the bus, but you're nowhere near it. You're all the way the opposite way, going towards the back of the bus. So at one point, I like on the side of my hip on her phone, turning up on the bus, Train City bus. I carry a knife on me because I have two little children that I'm on the bus. I've been attacked by me and one on the bus with my kids.
Right.
So I keep some kind of protection with me for that reason. And of course, this is one of those reasons.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the bus trying to go get my son from daycare and do my admissions application from fair state. I'm not looking for confrontation.
Right.
However, I pulled my knife off the side of my chest and put it to the back of me and opened it up because at this point, I don't know what this lady is going to do to me. She done already hit me with a walker, chest butted me several times. So in the midst of that happening, on the left side of me, I hear this girl yell, she got a knife. And the lady that's attacking me is like, I don't give a fuck what this bitch got. And then next thing I know, I was being hit in the face with a wire basket basket to go to the water.
Right.
The lady hit me so hard with this wire basket that when I saw it in the courtroom, the impression on my head was indented in the metal.
Oh, she hit you in the head with it?
Yeah, she hit me like directly in the front of my face.
Mm-hmm.
At this point where it face.
Okay.
So with this, being hit like that, your natural reaction is to defend yourself, is to swing back.
Right.
So I had the knife in my right hand with the sharp point pointed down to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
When I punched her, when I went to punch her back, it kind of like cut the left side.
Okay.
And I was not intentionally trying to cut her. I was like trying to fight back, but it did happen.
Mm-hmm.
In the midst of that, she kind of stumbled, kind of swung around. At this point, people are screaming and hollering, whatever. So the lady charged back at me again, and then that's where the fight started.
Okay.
I no longer remember having a knife. I remember fighting for my life because, first off, this point in time, like 5, 6 and a half, 115, 120 pounds at the time of the incident.
Mm-hmm.
And during this time, the lady was 150 pounds more than me, according to the record. The lady was 250 pounds or more.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm fighting an excessively large person against my size. Now, the more I tried to get the lady to leave me alone, the more she attacked me. She just kept attacking me. Some guy finally tried to grab her. She snatched away from them.
We on.
So this lady is in the midst of attacking me. And in the midst of her attacking me, there's a couple of guys trying to, pull us apart.
Mm-hmm.
But she keeps snatching away from the guys and attacking me. So the last time she attacked me, I wound up in a headlock, and somehow we wound up at the front of the bus near the door and the window. And my back was kind of like to the open door, so that's how she had me in a headlock. Mm-hmm. And the guy was able to wrap his arms around my waist and yank me from up under her arm and pull me away from her, kind of like off the bus. And some other guys like pulled her back, little backwards on the bus.
Right.
And the guy like, calm down. I'm like, I'm straight. I'm not angry. He like, well, why are you fighting this lady? I'm like, I'm not fighting the lady. She won't stop attacking me. I never had intentions on fighting this lady. All I was expecting was for this lady to get off the bus and her stop where she pulled the bell at. And she never got off. It was never her intention to get off that bus.
Now,
without fighting someone.
At this time, what the other girl was doing that was also involved in the altercation? Wasn't the three of y'all at first?
It was. I have no idea where this young lady went. I know she had 3 kids on the bus. And if I'm not mistaken, when the lady got touched, her kids was like right there. So they might have got like the lady's blood on his coat or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I'm quite sure in the midst of it, she just tried to get her children out of the way. Okay. I'm not exactly sure what happened with this young lady, but I soon found out that she became prosecution star witness. And I'm trying to figure out how was she the star witness, and she was the reason for all of this.
So did you take it all the way to trial?
I did, because they wanted to charge me with first-degree premeditated murder. There's no way in West Avenue that I could have ever premeditated this. I mean, it's not first degree in no shape, form, or fashion, because first, I don't know this lady. Uh-huh. Never seen her before in my life. Never knew she existed. Wasn't saying I didn't have no intentions. My intentions when I came out of my home that day was to go I was in the process of doing was like picking up my child from daycare, and I never made it.
Now listen to how Ken Worthy wrote it up. Ken Worthy wrote it up on August 26, 2015 at 3:30 p.m. It is alleged that Edwards was riding on a Detroit bus at West Grand Boulevard in Rosa Parks when she got into a verbal argument that escalated into a physical assault of the 50 of 1 second, somebody come. It now do you recall how Ken Worthy was saying that in court that day?
So this is the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Ken Worthy had absolutely no idea anything about my case.
Mm-hmm.
Just to be honest, Ken Worthy was not involved in my case, but because she is the head prosecutor, she is the face that they put on TV.
Okay.
So what they did was they put something on paper, gave it to her, and told her to read it.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, the thing that screwed me the most in what was pushing Ken Worthy forward on my case was, oh, I have to make an example out of her. The thing is, it was local election year. So Ken Worthy is up for her office again as prosecutor.
Okay.
So now she's trying to prove as many points as she possibly can.
Right. Which they all
So
are.
I just got hit. I just really got hit in the midst of all of that. Because anyone that was there would tell you I did not hit that lady first. Anyone would tell you I tried to move away several times. Anyone would tell you that, you know, this lady constantly kept attacking me, even when people tried to stop her.
What about
So all of them. Go ahead.
Not to cut you off. What about when you said the guy pulled you off the bus? Did you go back? Go ahead. Pick up from there.
When the guy pulled me off the bus, I later on found out that part was recorded. You would hear me telling him I'm not trying to fight the lady. All I've been trying to do is get my purse and stuff and leave. That's all I have been trying to do. You would hear me say that on the video. It's like a 10, 20-second video of the guy pulling me off the bus and him talking to me, asking me, you know, whatever. And in the midst of that, all I did was, after he realized that I was really calm, that I wasn't trying to fight the lady, he let me go. And he saw that all I was trying to do was get my purse off of the bus and leave. So, I'm trying to get my 2-year-old child out of daycare that I couldn't afford to pay for.
Right. So did you go back, when you went back on the bus, what happened?
When I went back on that bus, somehow the guys had finally got the lady who I later found out her name is Charlotte Williams.
Okay.
She was sitting down it's like in the middle of the bus. It's some 4 facing seats that face one another, like inside. Mm-hmm. They had her sitting on the seat, and she was breathing heavy to the point where, you know, she was like out of breath or whatever out of breath, tired, exhausted, whatever from the fight. Because the fight went on for a nice little minute. Mm-hmm. I was able to finally get my purse and whatever my belongings that I saw, because she had actually grabbed my purse at one point and started pulling stuff out of it and throwing it. So whatever I saw out that I grabbed my stuff, and I walked away from the whole scene. Okay. It's been seen that I ran away, like I took off running or whatever. I never took off running. Mm-hmm. I literally calmly grabbed my stuff, whatever I saw, and walked away from the scene.
Did you at any point think it was that serious at that time?
I never thought that it was serious to the point of this lady passing away. Right. Never. I thought it was just, oh, she got cut in the face. I knew that. It was a fight. But when I left, the last time I saw that lady, she was breathing.
How many times was she stabbed? Do you know?
only me personally only know of one time, and that's her being cut across the face.
What did that?
The paperwork,
right?
the
Yeah.
paperwork says that she was cut 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
And they said somehow she was cut twice in her neck,
Mm-hmm.
her jugular and artery, or whatever those veins are. And that they those major veins and arteries in your neck is what they saying was what was cut.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea how or when that happened. I do not remember at no point of cutting this lady in her neck. I don't even remember having a knife after the point that she got cut. Because the way she attacked me, I lost the knife.
Oh, okay. So at that time, you feel you was in a fight for your life. Was she bigger than you?
She was 2 times bigger than me.
Because that's what I was going to ask you.
115 pounds, and she was 250.
So that's what made you pull the knife?
Yeah. It was this serious. Somebody hit you 3 times with a walker.
Mm-hmm.
And basically start headbutting you and won't leave you alone after you constantly ask them to stop and leave you alone.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not retaliating back. What else are you going to do? No one is helping you. No, you got a bus full of people. No one said anything to that woman for hitting me.
Mm-hmm.
No one said, ma'am, you need to get off the bus. No one said, why are you doing this? No one said anything to this lady. All these people on the bus, including the bus driver, allowed this lady to physically assault me several times before I even got to the point where, like, okay, now I am in a panic. What am I supposed to do? I'm trapped in the middle of all these people. I got this super huge, large lady in front of me that won't stop attacking me. I have to be beating myself at some point.
Mm-hmm. So at the courts, did the courts didn't see it that way? Was there any cameras on the bus at this time, or anybody get it on their phone? You know, the people love to pull out their phones and videotape.
Okay, so this guy name, I want to say his name is Johnson, if I'm not mistaken. It's who they see it recorded. There's two different recordings.
Mm-hmm.
Later on, I found out that he was just recording it to be funny, to put on war stars or whatever that crap is.
World Star.
And
mm-hmm.
yeah, that.
Mm-hmm.
And when it went to court and he had to testify, he did not want to testify. The judge forced him to testify. He kind of like held something over him and forced him to sit down and testify.
And what did he say?
Pretty much that the lady hit me first,
mm-hmm.
and it went from there. I will actually have to be looking at the transcript to like tell you what he said.
Right.
Verbatim. But like most of the witnesses that were in this case literally said the lady.
Okay. So what was the outcome? How did you end up incarcerated then? They didn't use justifiable homicide, and then what did they actually end up charging you with? What was the final charge?
Okay, so I had a jury trial.
Mm-hmm.
And what happened was the prosecution kept trying to come back with plea deals, and the plea deals kept getting smaller and smaller. Originally, at the beginning of the trial, the judge had told him I should have never been charged with first-degree premeditated murder because that was not the kind of case it was, although they left it. However, the jury came back with involuntary manslaughter is what the jury came back with. And involuntary manslaughter was, I think, one of the lowest things lowest options they were given.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not mistaken, I think it's just you either have first degree murder, second degree murder, or manslaughter. I think manslaughter was the lowest thing they had next to not guilty.
Okay. So out of that, how much time did you get out of that?
So the crazy thing is,
Mm-hmm.
I was given at the end of my sentence, I was given 12 to 30 years. Later on, I found out that I technically only got 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
And because the judge,
You have 1 minute remaining.
the judge turned around and came back and made the third time habitual offender and literally said, if I can give you more time and I want to give you more time, I would, but I can't. And this is the max amount of time I'm allowed to give you. So she gave me 12 to 30 years.
Okay. Man, so you didn't even know you were sentenced under habitual. You got to call back too, Tiffany.
I will.
Okay.
I will. It'll be after just we getting ready to go with a count in like 6 minutes.
Okay.
So it'll be like after 5 o'clock.
Okay, bet. Call back so we can finish this. And I appreciate you for calling.
No problem. My father.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want you to just get cut off while you was talking.
Thank you for
That was Tiffany Edwards, y'all. Let me finish reading this, what I was reading before the phone kept ringing. Edwards stabbed the woman about the face and the body with a knife. When the bus stopped, Edwards fled on foot. The victim was taken to a local hospital and was pronounced dead on arrival. A passenger on the bus took a video of the incident that the Detroit Police Department submitted to the local news outlets. A tip was called in that assisted the police in identifying and apprehending Edwards. So the streets ain't what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Here it is. She said she was innocent and was just out for a day trying to apply for a job, and this occurred. So at times you got to be thinking for the next person as well as yourself, and how to avoid these certain altercations that could have been avoided. You know what I'm saying? Condolences off to the 50-year-old woman that lost her life back then. I don't condone it. There is a million stories in the urban community, and this is just but one. We're gonna try to get to as many stories that are real life true crimes that we could get to and present them to you. Tiffany Edwards will be calling back, so I'm gonna get this video out to y'all and get prepared for her next call. If it's anything I left out, tap in the comments and let me know. Y'all could go look it up. Tiffany Edwards, the Detroit. Let me see how they wrote that up. Pull it up. Detroit woman charged in fatal stabbing on bus. So y'all can go pull that up. That was in August 26, 2015. So y'all can go look up that case and she go call back and give y'all the remainder of what the outcome of that case. And know this, y'all. It don't pay, man. You know what I'm saying? We got to help these youth get it together. You know what I'm saying? That woman lost her life on a city bus over an argument over a sitting spot. You know what I'm saying? We can't be humane amongst one another. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got to take an initiative to be the bigger person at times. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't be super tough. You know what I'm saying? We got to think about our loved ones. You know what I'm saying? Before and after the effect. You know what I'm saying? Tap in the comments and let me know what y'all want next. I'm gonna continue bringing y'all real. No, that's just touched me. I'm gonna continue bringing y'all real true crimes. You know, this is the Beat Factory 313 War Story Podcast, and I'm your host, Juice. And I'm out. Oh no, let me stop. Let me see this. I want y'all to tap back in at 7 o'clock because I still gotta announce the rat of the month. You know what I'm saying? So any of you boys still in the streets, destroying the neighborhood and the community and obstructing the young boys and deterring them from what's right and doing right in the community. Watch out, because I'm gonna expose you. If you got dirt on you, you a rat. I'm exposing rat of the month every month. You know what I'm saying? So be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout for the merch coming out, coming soon to you. And I will be tapping back in. Tap back in. Let's say at 7. Tap back in at 7, and I have another story for y'all today at 7. And I'm out.